Hey, this is Subramaniam Shankar and 5 Okay, seeing you after many days. I was actually sick. And I started my fasting for Shabarimala. Okay, good. Now, things are actually happening in a very good way. There's something called the telecommunication security rules that have been introduced in India for telecom sector. Okay, it has got a lot of things that we are going to actually discuss today, and fascinating incident actually happened. Okay, there is a professional called Ashvaghosh Saindhav, okay, who is actually a native of Kerala. And, we all in India, we all receive a call from fraudsters saying that, okay, they impersonate Telecommunication Regulatory Authority of India, saying that they have got multiple SIM cards and we are going to, which is not allowed. We are going to confiscate other SIM cards. You need to prove yourself, and all SIM card has been used in money laundering case or, drugs on the parcel case, etc. Okay. And in fact, many times we have, and I have received the call, and moment I hear, we are calling from Telecom, I just disconnect the call, okay, but not to waste the time. But this particular gentleman, okay, Ashvaghosh Saindhav, he was entertaining, he was enjoying the conversation with the hackers. He used them for nearly 2 hours, and he said, "Boys, this Kerala, okay," and he gave them a video, okay, like the police nabbing the cyber criminals. They immediately disconnect the call. So I was telling two things. Whenever you receive a call from the fraudsters, okay, cyber criminals, okay, requesting, like, let's say, the money laundering or drug on the parcel case, etc. You can use all the bad words that you know, okay. You can learn the bad words and vocabulary of bad words, okay, you can use on them, or you can enjoy the conversation, okay. This is what this particular gentleman actually did, enjoying the conversation. He enjoyed, but finally, after 2 hours, he found maybe he would have got much more important things to do. He tried to nab them, okay, like he gave them a video, like the police nabbing cyber criminal, okay, and they understood that this guy has wasted their time for nearly 2 hours, okay. You enjoy it, okay, even if it is going to be an actual CBI officers or CBCID, you can still enjoy the conversation, no harm, okay. Next, and there were two cyber criminals, okay, who were involved in investment scam, okay, which involved 5.8 lakhs. And in fact, the actual case is not that, okay. They were actually approached by the police officers, okay, and then they were asked for some bribe so that the police will not engage them on this particular case. The problem is they were asking for more and more money. At one point of time, these cyber criminals, they thought, okay, it's better to get arrested than to pay these guys the money. Okay, so the anti-corruption bureau, okay, they arrested the SI, Sub Inspector Arjun Singh. He was caught red-handed. He was already given 12.5 lakhs by the cyber criminals. He was demanding more. In fact, he was caught red-handed, and they recovered 8 lakhs from his car. Okay, the other officers who's also accused. Okay, he's on a runaway. He'll also be nabbed sooner. Okay, so where can he actually go? Okay, now it's sometimes it's cyber criminals' phone is better. The actual amount that the defraud was 42.8 lakhs. Okay, and they already gave 12.5. He was asking for more. Let's say 50% goes to the police, and only 50% goes to cyber criminals. Okay, they thought, okay, the effort that they have actually put in is more. Okay, they deserve more than to pay the police officers. Okay, what happened next is something that we don't know, but the essence of this particular news is that the sub inspector Arjun Singh was actually caught red-handed. Okay, when he was demanding more money. Okay, now the government notified the telecom security rules. Okay, they said 24 hours you should report. You should get notified within 24 hours. The incident has happened. You should report to the regulatory body. I don't know who the regulatory body is. I'll come back to you on that within 6 hours. Could be certain incidents, should be reported within 6 hours from it's actually happening. So they said you have to do a VAPD, you have to do an the due care, due diligence, etc. There's nothing called as an ignorance is a bliss. So you need to have a security policy, telecom security policy. You need to have a telecom certified chief telecom security officer, CTSO. Okay, and every telecom company should have it. Okay, it doesn't mean that only the ISP, but the organizations who are actually involved in supporting the telecom also should be having the CTSO and should have the security policies and they should be following it. So they should be implementing the security incident management in such a way that within 6 hours they should be in a position to report to the regulatory body. Okay, so you should get notified. They cannot say that, okay, we got notified only after 4 days, so within 6 hours we are reporting it. No, ignorance is a bliss doesn't hold good here. We need to implement the incident management, the preparatory phase. Okay, the first phase of incident management is preparation. We need to prepare your incident management such a way that you get notified, okay, of the security incidents immediately. From that particular point, okay, 6 hours is what you need to maximum time you have to report the incident. Okay, in fact, there are a lot of regulations across the world which work on similar lines. Okay, GDPR. Okay, GDPR says 72 hours for reporting the cyber security incident. Okay, so privacy incident basically. Okay, and in India, the certain has already got an security policy. Okay, wherein you have to report the incident to the certain within 6 hours. Okay, and a lot of organization, especially when you are in the BFSI, okay, they all follow this. Now this is going to be applicable to the telecom. Okay, slowly and slowly, we should have all the industries under this umbrella. Okay, the healthcare industry, the hospital industry, the education industry. It should become a national law. Okay, so wherein you report the security incident within 6 hours. Only then the importance of information security will actually be felt. Otherwise, it's like take it for granted rule. Okay, so I would request the government to implement for all the industries in India. Now, the with an ongoing war between in the Europe, okay. Now the cyber warfare, okay, which is taking the fourth dimension of the warfare. Okay, we've got army, navy, and air force of cyber warfare. The fourth dimension of the warfare. It has been officially stated by the UK government a couple of years back, and Russia has warned UK and its allies, saying that okay, if you're going to continue support the Ukraine, then we are going to have a cyber attack on your critical infrastructure. The power will not be working. Okay, there's no power, and there'll be no water. Okay, all the critical infrastructure affected by the cyber security. Okay, cyber incident. Okay, is going to have a national outage. Okay, nonetheless, okay, I happen to deliver a training on ISO 27000 for one of the critical infrastructure company in Bahrain. And interestingly, what they have actually told me is their IT is totally isolated from the plant operation. Even if there is going to be a cyber attack on the critical infrastructure, okay, the IT portion of it, okay, the plant operation doesn't stop. So if this is going to be the case, that has been followed by the companies into OT security. Okay, the attack on the critical infrastructure will be confined only to the IT domain. Okay, but the plants will continue to operate. Okay, generate the power. Okay, how it has been doing before the introduction of IT. Okay, so ideally in security, I always say something. You add a layer, okay, to facilitate something that comes with the vulnerability. You remove a layer, okay, you might feel some bottleneck in your operation, but that will also remove the vulnerability. Okay, more and more things you add, more and more vulnerability is also introduced. Nothing comes without a vulnerability. So the positive will always have a negative side. Negatives will always have a positive side. Okay, so if you're going to have a firewall comes with a vulnerability. Antivirus has a vulnerability. Okay, so the security controls that you're going to deploy, okay, will give you the functionality, but also comes with vulnerability. If you go to National Vulnerability Database, okay, nvd.gov.us, okay, so you can see that if you put in a firewall, you can look at the vulnerabilities of the firewall. That means the security control that you're going to adopt, okay, for infrastructure comes with the vulnerability. Okay, so having said that, okay, now we always need to ensure that in cyber, the critical infrastructure at least, will ensure the IT operations can support at the same time. Okay, if there is an impact to the IT operation, it will not impact your business operations. Okay, I'm not sure how many companies are really have implemented this one, but this is the best approach to secure yourself from the critical infrastructure attack. It might happen to anybody. Okay, so it might happen to Russians and the countries that are supporting Russia. It might happen to Ukraine, the countries that are supporting the Ukraine. Okay, it's on both the sides. Okay, so fingers crossed. Time has to answer. Okay, now one of the largest individual social engineering attack has happened. There's an individual of the 59 years young, I would rather say. He has been fraud. He has been subjected to a cyber fraud, okay, and he lost 6.29 crore Indian rupees. So it's, in fact, if you personally ask me, this is the largest amount that I have heard so far. Maybe in future there could be something bigger. Okay, I don't know, or there could have been something which has happened in the previous, which happened in the past. Okay, which I am not aware of. 6.29 crores Indian rupee. Okay, it's a huge money. Okay, and he was subjected to an the digital house arrest. There were two people saying we are CB officers, and they said you have been involved in an online a scam. Okay, I think yeah, it's online scam, and he had to visit the bank to liquidate all his investments. Okay, and in fact, when he was actually visiting the bank to encash his investment, okay, he was on the video call. Okay, the cyber criminals had him on the video call. In fact, he was behaving a bit strange, and the bank officials, in fact, questioned him. Okay, and what exactly is happening, for which he did not respond. So 6.29 crores, his entire life saving has been lost. Okay, whenever you receive a call, people threatening you as CBI officers, do not listen to them. One, speak all the bad words, okay, that you can on them. And number two, okay, engage them, enjoy the conversation. Okay, don't share your OTP, don't share any of the financial details. Okay, enjoy. Okay, crack jokes, enjoy. Okay, they should, people should feel who's hacking whom. Okay, and if you're going to share the OTP, if you're going to share your financial details, etc., okay, even if you're going to have the cyber crime police, okay, available to help us, okay, the money can be refunded only as long as it is online. Moment it has been distributed and they have withdrawn from the bank account, okay, if the cybercrime police cannot help you. In this particular case, it has been deposited in five different, the states of India, and they were not able to nab. Okay, but anyway, so we will get to know whether they're in a position to nab them in the future, or the money has been refunded or not. Number one, okay, if somebody is going to call you saying that we are CBI officers, all the bad words. Somebody is going to say that we are from telecommunication department, all the bad words. Okay, somebody is going to say that, okay, there's a drug on the parcel, all the bad words. Okay, and if you are not, next step is to call 1930. Okay, if you are in India, to report it to cybercrime, and get to know your, the number to dial for the cybercrime police with respect to your own country, and dial them. Okay, it's a hard-earned money. Not even a single penny should be going to cyber criminals. Okay, stay connected, stay tuned, say subscribe to this channel for regular cyber security news. Cheers, then bye bye. This is Subramaniam from ISSS. Okay, bye bye.